Hello and happy Wednesday. You got Colleen on your screen, and today we are talking about dental hiring right now. So, in today's stream, we're going to be talking about essentially the dental labor market, and some of the trends that we're seeing based in data, based in fact. And just some of the things that we're seeing occurring within the dental industry and the job market as a whole. Okay. So while the broader labor market has cooled from its peak, it still remains steady. Okay. And what we're going to be looking at specifically is the dental industry. And the dental industry, hiring is still very, very competitive, especially for a hygienist. And there are several reasons for that. And we're going to be delving into some of the crucial data that helps us kind of reveal some of these industry trends, what that means for you as a hiring manager, and what that means for you as a dental candidate. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. But before we dive too deeply into that, just want to talk for a moment about Princess Dental Staffing. They are a dental job board and they have positions available for dental receptionists, dental assistants, dental hygienists, and dentists, and a lot of other dental positions in a variety of areas. We're talking full-time, part-time, temporary, and permanent roles available. So if you are a job seeker and you have some time today, visit princessdentalstaffing.com and see what positions they have available in your area. You can also create a profile on princessdentalstaffing.com and get your information in front of hiring managers. If you're a hiring manager, princessdentalstaffing.com has a lot of really great information and resources available for you. Everything about the process that you go through in order to post jobs and get candidates, etc. And they have their contact available on their website as well. Phone number, email address, and chat is available on princessdentalstaffing.com as well. Also on their website, you can check out their blog, which covers a lot of the same topics that we cover in these streams. Speaking of these streams, each week Princess Dental Staffing is bringing you a new topic covering your career in the dental industry. So if you don't want to miss out on future streams, be sure to follow our page or subscribe to our channel. If you like the content that we're bringing you, please do drop us a like. And if you have any thoughts or insights, or questions about the content we're bringing you or about the dental industry as a whole, be sure to comment them below. Let's get a conversation started. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and delve into the trends that we're kind of seeing. Okay, so like I said earlier, within the dental industry, hiring is still really, really competitive, especially for hygienists. While assistants' pay and responsibilities can vary widely by state and credential. Okay, so there's kind of that part is kind of very nuanced. So let's take a look at some of the trends and data we're seeing within the labor market and the dental industry. Okay, so taking a kind of macro level view, again, the labor market right now is kind of cooler, kind of steadier. The national employment growth has downshifted from the post-pandemic surge. Unemployment remains historically moderate. Last I saw, I believe it was right around like 4.2%. So usually between like 3 and 5% is usually kind of what you want. And the quits rate has settled, signaling a more selective approach to career moves by candidates. Now, the healthcare industry as a whole continues to add jobs, albeit at a measured pace, but it is one of the industries that is continuing to add jobs. Okay. So let's take a look at dental hiring. So within dentistry, overall headcount is pretty steady, but the pain points haven't disappeared, right? Hygienists remain the most challenging hires in sort of the metro areas. Weekly hours have ticked slightly lower for some teams, but new patient wait times are holding fairly stable and keeping the pressure on efficient scheduling and backfill processes. Okay. So let's take a look at what some real people are saying. We've got a lot of people on Reddit and they have a lot of thoughts and comments about their specific experiences within the dental industry. Now, while anecdotes aren't data, they do kind of add color to the picture, right? Some detail to kind of fill out the macro picture that we're kind of trying to take a look at here. So so here are representative, lightly edited snapshots from Reddit communities. Okay, so from subreddit dental hygiene, we see my pay per year has doubled, started around 41 an hour, now averages about 85 an hour. Okay, so that's from a dental hygienist. Presumably, again, that's on the dental hygiene subreddit. Okay, EFDA assistants start around 42.30 here per hour here, $42.30 per hour here, and that's on our dental assistants, and of course that's going to be very state dependent. Okay, um, pay expectations and competition are different now. Fast food minimum is mostly $20 an hour here in California, and that's from subreddit dental assistants. And finally, we posted for months and no qualified applicants. Finally raised the rate and got traction, and that's from subreddit dentistry. Okay, so those are just, again, that's not that's not anecdotes and things like that are not essentially like data. It's just one person's experience, but again, you can kind of see how it starts to fill in the kind of details of the bigger picture we're looking at. So 3 takeaways from these conversations. Number 1, recruiting remains tight for hygienists. Number 2, assistant pay is highly local and credential driven. Okay, really kind of dependent on those factors. And number 3, reimbursement and cost pressures shape compensation offers. Okay, so those are some of the takeaways from those conversations that we can see from those sorts of conversations and comments. Okay, so here are some practical hiring tips for 2025 for dental employers. Number 1, make sure that you are benchmarking your offers to today, not previous years, not 2019, etc. Okay, you want to use recent pay data as your floor and then adjust for your metro area and for credentials that are required for your specific position, such as like EFDA, radiography, and those sorts of things. Okay. Make sure that you market the whole role to potential candidates. Okay, so spell out the schedule, chairside tempo, tools, assistant to doctor ratios, mentorship, CE, and benefits. Candidates scan for how they fit within that position. Okay, how their credentials kind of stack up against the credentials that you list in the job posting. So make sure that you market the whole role. Okay. Next, you can win hygienists with flexibility and autonomy. So if days or hours are negotiable for this particular position that you are advertising, make sure that you say so, and that information is very clear in the job posting itself. Consider creative schedules to open up your pipeline to a larger applicant pool. Okay. Next, make sure that you are investing at home, right? Grow your own assistants. Where advanced credentials are scarce, build paid CE pathways and cross training for both front and back of front office and back office for resiliency and full coverage through redundancy. Okay. Next, make sure that you are protecting the schedule. So keep a plan to backfill cancellations quickly, align hygiene capacity with diagnosed treatment and new patient demand. Okay, so take a look at those numbers, take a look at that data. If you don't have it, make sure you're gathering that data, and so that you have a baseline, so that you have a good idea of, what kind of backfilling situation works best for your office, what kind of capacity you're looking at. And that is going to help you drive some strategies to make sure that you are protecting that schedule the best way you can. Okay. And finally, invest where throughput improves. Okay. So optimize sterilization flow, room turnover, and invest in your software, right? Because this assures cost control without cutting care quality. Okay, so those things are really investments. I mean, they're definitely costs, but they're also investments. These are the areas where you're going to get that return on investment. So make sure you're investing there. Okay, alrighty. So those are tips for dental office employers to help you kind of through this really tough kind of hiring situation. And let's talk a little bit about how Princess Dental Staffing can help employers, right? You can post roles to your area, see candidate matches to your jobs by skills and credentials. And Princess Dental Staffing offers temping and permanent placement to help you hire while keeping patient flow optimized, right? All right, next, let's talk to, job seekers, to candidates, to dental professionals looking for work. These are 5 ways that you can help kind of find hopefully your dream job, right? Number 1, know your numbers. Okay, so walk into interviews with local median salary information and get a clear sense of how credentials affect pay. So credentials like, certifications, EFDA, radiography, anesthesia, where allowed, that's really going to depend on state and location. But those credentials really do impact the pay that you can reasonably expect. Okay. So make sure that you have all of that knowledge before you go into the interview, really while you are in the job search process. Okay. So definitely have that information before you set that up. Next, lead with impact. Bring short, specified stories, chairside efficiency, case acceptance support, turnaround time, and reactivation wins. Okay, so you want to lead with impact. You want to have those experiences and those narratives kind of memorized or at least written down so you can back up your skills, your expertise, and your knowledge with actual data and with actual experiences that really demonstrate to potential employers that you are qualified for this role and that you can do a really great job in it. Next, be flexible where you can. So adjusting days or commute radius can unlock strong offers, especially in shortage areas where they really could use assistants, hygienists, etc. Alrighty. Next, stack credentials deliberately. So take CEs that provide you with the highest pay increase potential. Okay. Do a little bit of research on your area and see what certifications are going to help you boost your ability to ask for higher salaries, etc. And finally, play the long game. So outlooks remain solid for hygienists and assistants, right? So keep your resume crisp and track measurable contributions. Make sure you keep a running list of those things. As a resume writer, I cannot tell you how essential it is to keep track of that data, those numbers, those metrics. They really do amplify the impact of your career documents, resume, cover letter, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So make sure that you are updating your resume on a regular basis, that you're keeping track of those achievements, those beautiful, beautiful metrics that are really going to help you stand out in this job market, really at any time in any job market. Okay. So make sure you are doing that. And make sure that you are updating your information on your Princess Dental Staffing profile if you have one. If not, go ahead and create one. So how does Princess Dental Staffing help candidates in this job market? So they can help you match with roles that fit your skills, schedule, and goals across both temporary and permanent roles. And you don't have to chase job postings. They can be sent to you. Okay, so it does a lot of the work for you, which is really, when you're going through the application process and you're really hitting your job search strategy hard, where you can take shortcuts without sacrificing quality is going to be a really big win for you as a job seeker. Okay. All right. So that's our information on dental hiring right now. And this information comes from a lot of really great sources: the ADA Health Policy Institute, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, the HRSA data warehouse site. And from those quotes were, of course, obtained from Reddit communities. Okay, so that's where a lot of that information came from in today's stream and today's blog post. Okay, and if you want more information, be sure to visit princessdentalstaffing.com. Check out today's blog post. At the very end, you'll see links to all of that information for further reading, so you can kind of, inform yourself and stay on, and keep pace with it with industry trends and things like that. Okay. All right. That will do it for me today, everyone. Hope you found this stream very informative and helpful. We'll we will be back next week with a new topic covering your career in the dental industry. Until then, I want you to have a great week, have a great weekend, continue to stay safe out there. I will see you soon.